What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. I am David, and I'm joined by Robin, and today we have some very exciting news. The Vassal hard fork upgrade is finally confirmed by IOHK, and let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. The Cardano's Vassal upgrade will happen on September 22nd. This specific content is sourced from CryptoSlate. IOHK, which is the company behind Cardano, revealed that it has gotten assurance from stake pool operators and dApp communities that they would be ready for the upgrade by September 22nd. The announcement also revealed that the majority of the leading exchanges have started their update process, and Binance, being the largest exchange, has already started updating its Cardano nodes. A couple of tweets I'd like to share here. This is from IOHK. Date confirmed following the successful completion and extensive testing of all core components, plus confirmed community readiness. We are ready. And then also, we've been tracking well against all three metrics. 75% of mainnet blocks are being created by the final Vassal node candidate. Approximately 25 exchanges have already upgraded, and the top 10 dApps by TVL have confirmed that they are ready. Now, what will Vassal bring to Cardano? We are moving out of the Goguen mainnet era into the Basho era, which brings in scaling. Vassal will also bring in diffusion pipelining, which will be upgrade towards block propagation time, which is important to improve network scalability. It will also further improve the already powerful Plutus scripting platform, enabling developers to create faster, more efficient dApps. And finally, what I am most excited about is Hydra, which will allow each stake pool to handle up to 1,000 transactions per second. With over 3,000 stake pools, well, you do the math. Robin, are you as excited as I am about this?
Hell yeah. How can you not be excited unless you're a Cardano hater? Now, for me, I am not surprised. I mean, this was coming. There was a lot of rhetoric coming around during the last hiccup on the Cardano's testnet. There was a dApp developer or core developer that came out and said that Cardano is catastrophically broken, was the exact words. That exact phrase was used over and over again, circling through crypto media, and that was all the discussion that, hey, Cardano's broken. No, Cardano wasn't broken, just the testnet hit a snag, and they needed to do what testnets do, is fix the snag. And all the while, even through all of this FUD and all of this drama around the testnet having an issue, Mr. Charles Hoskinson, the founder and CEO of Cardano and IOHK, he came out and was like, hey, man, we are still on track, man. Why is everybody blowing this up out of proportion? And we were expecting...
He did attack some of the developers.
He did. I mean, he didn't attack the developers, essentially. He just said, like, look, it's not in my hands. It's in the developers' hands, or the stake pool operators and node operators to essentially get this thing rolling. And if there was any issues, it needed to be resolved in a vote through them. And any concerns could be expressed, and then it could be worked on by the IOHK Foundation. But that was essentially what it was. And I don't really blame Charles Hoskinson for being frustrated when it comes to the media and what the narrative was being pushed about Cardano not working. And all the while, all the bugs that were happening on this testnet were exactly that. On the testnet, the Cardano main chain had no issues. The blocks were being produced, and nobody lost any money. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people are looking for a reason to bash Cardano, and all the while during this whole thing, they still stuck to their projected release, and which was expected to slot in around September, mid-September, and lo and behold, right on time. So,
well, not right on time. It was supposed to happen at the end of June. And then it got pushed back to September 22nd.
But what I'm saying is that it is right on time from what was being told during the testnet when all of this issues arose. Yeah, it's gotten pushed back in the past. However, when the big buzz about the Cardano network having fundamentally catastrophically broken the testnet, everyone was like, oh, well, it's not going to be until 2023 now. Like, and Charles Hoskinson was like, no, we're still on track for September launch, and so there it is.
So a lot of people argue. They say, well, Cardano is already one of the fastest, one of the cheapest. Why does it need a complete hard fork to bring in more transactions per second, to improve their Plutus script, and to introduce stuff like Mithril and pipeline diffusion? So we know developers have been building on Cardano, and they continue to build on Cardano. 2 out of the last 3 years, they have led the charge as far as developer activity on their chain. Now,
this has been on the roadmap for years. So it's not like they all of a sudden were like, hey, we're not fast enough. This was part of the roadmap from day one. I don't know if it's exactly day one, but at least as long as I've known Cardano, the Hydra and the Vassal hard fork has been something I've been looking forward to. And, you know, you had your smart contracts, with Plutus, happen earlier, late last year. And so now
almost exactly 1 year ago.
Yeah. So it was just the next step. And you can't just, for example, turn on smart contracts essentially, or, fork that protocol or fork into that protocol. But you can't just turn on smart contracts and then all of a sudden expect to be scalable and have all these different features. Like, you got to go step by step. This is just the next step in the protocol. People just impatient. Remember, Ethereum is way behind Cardano right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about speed, transaction speed, proof of stake, fees, way more efficient, and productivity's there, and the security hasn't been compromised yet. I haven't heard of any stories of any fundamental, exploits when it comes to Cardano. So, I mean, I think they're doing everything right, man. Something to watch out for. I think this bear market is going to be the runway for Cardano. It's going to be shaping up to straight take off. I think right now they're building all the best components. You have the smart contracts. Now they're just making it scalable and more friendly to develop on. And come next bull run, whenever this thing starts to kick off, I think Cardano might lead the charge. One of my favorite picks going into the next bull cycle.
Speaking of price, do you think this will have... Last year, if you remember, when smart contracts went live, we saw a big run up in price to all-time highs leading up to the release of smart contracts. And then when that happened, price fell. Do you think we're going to see something similar?
Now, comparing the last major upgrade to Cardano, where we saw the price hit $3 and then retrace all the way down to like $1.20, which then rolled right into the start of the bear market and where we're at now at 40 cents. The difference between that hard fork and this one is that there was a ton of new investors. There was a ton of new money. There was a ton of FOMO going in, and it was at the height of the bull market. And so the retail sentiment there was completely different now. I'm not walking down the streets or talking to my barber and hearing about, hey, should I buy this Cardano? That narrative is gone. So I don't think there's so much inexperienced investors getting into Cardano with a short-term time horizon when it comes to profits. I think this time around, now there's always going to be some of this buy the news, sell the rumor, or whatever.
Buy the rumor, sell the news.
New rumor, whatever order that goes in. I don't think that's always gonna be here, but it's definitely not gonna be as dramatic as the last one. Everyone was touting Cardano as the latest and greatest thing, which it will probably shape up to be that. However, it was very early in the Cardano adoption that this craze was going on. Now, fundamentally different. The inexperienced short-term investors are not piling into Cardano, and I think that it's going to be less of a retracement. But I still think it will be just that. Maybe a 60-cent Cardano, maybe 80-cent Cardano before the fork, and then maybe a little pullback afterwards. Back to 60 cents or 50 cents.
Robin, I'm happy you brought up the price because I want to show the price currently, right now, at the time of recording, we're sitting at 45 cents. We are currently down 0.5% on the day. You said 60 cents leading up to September 22nd.
Somewhere I could see.
And here's
3 weeks from now, or 2.5 weeks from now, being as high as 80 cents. But realistically, I think 65 cents is probably more realistic, in my opinion. And that's not with any charts or diagrams.
We know what happened with Ethereum when the merge date was officially announced by the Ethereum Foundation. Price rallied all the way from around $1,200 to $2,000, almost a 2x. You're saying, is that out of the cards for Cardano? Do you think it can 2x like Ethereum did?
You know what? There was way more anticipation for the Ethereum merge. And I think that the news of the Vassal hard fork has fallen by the wayside as far as a popularity when it comes to the crypto community. So I don't think it's going to be quite as dramatic. I mean, think about it. The ETH merge has been talked about for over 6 years. And so delay after delay, people are excited about it finally getting there. And the Vassal hard fork has really been only on the table for discussion on mainstream platforms or throughout the crypto universe, more or less lately in the last couple months. So something that people are just finding out about, essentially, if you weren't deep into the community already. And so it hasn't been delayed over and over again, at least not to the extent of Ethereum. Not to mention Ethereum is more known around the world, more users, a larger market cap. So a fundamental upgrade or catalyst to the roadmap on that network is gonna be a little different than this one. I think this is like a silent upgrade. Great time to get in now, and basically, I think you're probably close to the bottom. I think 40 cents. Looking back,
that is, in my opinion, that is the bottom.
I think looking back at 40 cents, I think you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt for not pulling the trigger at this time. I would,
of course, it's not financial advice.
If I had to, pick one or the other to invest in at the moment, not investment advice, but myself personally, I think right now a lot more upside with Cardano versus Ethereum. Not to discount Ethereum, but I think the upside for Cardano, as low as it is, tons of room to move to the upside.
Now, just to wrap this up, whether you love Cardano or hate Cardano, you can't deny the fact that they have been one of the most consistent projects in the cryptocurrency space. They are getting towards the end of their roadmap and fulfilling everything in the process of doing so. There is one more era left, which is the Voltaire era, which will bring in DAOs and make Cardano essentially fully decentralized. But in the meantime, if you're a Cardano fan, put a 1 in the comment below. Also, make sure to like this video. We will continue to bring you updates on Cardano as it comes to light. That'll do it for the video today. Make sure you come join us Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Las Vegas time. That is Pacific Standard Time.
We got a fun live show. Come check it out,
guys. Come hang out with us, you guys. We talk all things crypto and Cardano. So with that being said, until next time, friends.